Recruitment and selecting employees. Recruitment and selection methods. There are different roles played by the Human Resource Department that are essential for the growth of the organization. Some of these roles include recruitment and selection, training and development, industrial relations, etc. Recruitment. Most of the time the recruitment process is required in 3 situations. When a person leaves the job, when a business expands, or when one person or more starts a new business, new employees are hired. Recruitment also helps to reassess the nature of the job to whom an employee is hired according to future requirements. Basically, recruitment is the process to identify the person from the applications received when a business needs someone to be the employee. In large-scale businesses and organizations, the recruitment generally takes place under the Human Resource Department, while in small businesses, managers perform the recruitment task. Selection. Selection is basically the screening process after receiving applications. In this process, the best candidate to perform a job is selected. Selection could be based upon some criteria, like after passing some tests, or interview-based only. Difference between the internal recruitment and external recruitment. Internal recruitment. When a post vacant in any organization, there are 2 ways to fill it. Internal recruitment or external recruitment. If a post is tried to fill from a person who is already an employee of the organization, it is called internal recruitment. The post is advertised on the company notice board, or if the company is big, it is announced in the company newspaper as well. There are some advantages of internal recruitments that are discussed below. Internal recruitment saves time and money, like time and money spent on advertisements and scheduling interviews. The person who applies for the position is already known for business organizations. No one can doubt his or her reliabilities and abilities. Internal recruiting is a source of motivation for other employees. In internal recruitment, the applicant knows the organization's way of working and what the organization wants from employees, so he doesn't take time to adjust. Besides that, there are some disadvantages of internal recruitment that are discussed below. The main disadvantage is that the employees could be jealous of our colleagues and rivalry could be started. The organization doesn't experience anything new. If someone is hired from outside the organization, he/she may bring some new ideas into the business that can improve the way of doing business, but it is not possible in internal recruitment. External recruitment and its stages. Main stages in recruitment and selection of employees. Analyze the nature of the job. At this stage, the job is analyzed thoroughly and decided that what is the job exactly, and it is a new or old job. If new, how it will be done, and if old, what is the difference from the previous job. Job description. After job analysis, the job description is designed that includes a to-do list, also includes a not-to-do list. The duties and responsibilities of the job are described in job description. Job specification. In job specification, it is decided that qualities and experiences are required to perform this job. Advertising the vacancy. At this stage, the vacant position is advertised in various newspapers, magazines, specialized magazines, and many other possible resources are used. Resume collection. At this stage, the CVs or resumes are collected to know the profile strength of the applicants. Screening and shortlisting. After receiving CVs and resumes, screening and shortlisting of the candidates is done to find out the best choice for the job. Selection tasks and interviews. Sometimes, some organizations ask their candidates to conduct a test before joining. Sometimes physical and psychological fitness is checked before joining. After that, the final interview is also conducted, and the final list of the successful candidates is prepared. Final selection. After that, the unsuccessful candidates are rejected, and the selected candidates are informed and offered to join the job. Recommend and justify who to employ in given circumstances. Sometimes in small-size organizations, when a person leaves the organization, his immediate junior is promoted through internal recruitment. It is good in a small-size organization, as after some time, an assistant manager can also perform the tasks of his manager. He knows the rules and regulations that are followed in the organization. So it is recommended that internal recruitment should be done in small organizations where the assistant manager knows the working of his manager. In large-scale organizations, if any senior manager leaves, it is recommended that his position should be filled by another senior manager from the same field. For example, if Senior Manager Finance leaves, the organization should hire a Senior Manager of Finance from outside the organization, who has experience of handling various financial issues, because in large-scale organizations, due to heavy workload, assistant manager can't go beyond his capacity. So it is recommended that in large-scale organizations, external recruitment is a better choice than internal recruitment. Benefits and limitations of part-time employees and full-time employees. Part-time workers. The workers that work about 30 to 35 hours a week or even less than that are called part-time workers. Advantages of part-time employees. It is easy to divide workload during busy working hours. With the help of part-time employees, it is easy to expand the working operations, like in the evenings or at weekends. Many of the part-time workers are involved in looking after their children, so that they accept a low salary as well. Comparatively less expensive to hire than full-time employees. Disadvantages of part-time employees. Employers generally think that part-time workers can leave easily, so they don't need promotions. Because of that reason, the training of the workers is ignored in the organizations. As compared to a full-time worker, it takes more time to hire two part-time workers. It is commonly observed that part-time workers are not as committed to the work as full-time workers are, so that they continue to do the job search for any better position. Mostly, part-time workers are not considered for promotions, because they lack the training and skills required for promotion. It is also observed that employers feel difficulty while contacting the part-time workers after their duty hours. Full-time workers. The workers that work 35 hours a week or more than that are called full-time workers. Although the timings for full-time workers are different in all the countries, so working hours may vary. Advantages of full-time employees. It is considered that full-time workers are on a permanent job and don't leave the job without any proper reason, so that employers do arrangements for their training that are required for promotions. It takes less time to hire a full-time worker as compared to two part-time workers. Full-time workers are committed to their jobs as they consider their job as a career and not easily switch their jobs. When training programs are offered, mostly, the full-time employees are considered as they are interested to take promotions and don't switch easily. It is not found difficult for the employers to communicate with the full-time employees even after working hours, as they remain available on the contact numbers given to the employers for any after-work communication. Disadvantages of full-time employees. Usually, they are not flexible in working hours. It is not easy to divide the working load during busy working hours, as in full-time employment, all workers perform their duty on a daily basis. With full-time employees, it is not easy to expand working and operational hours, as most of them don't take interest to work for long hours. They seek employment as a career, so try their best to get high salaries. Comparatively more expensive than part-time workers, because they are entitled to many other facilities that are only for full-time employees.